Welcome to UCJC, Erwin Valencia.
Good morning.
I have a few questions for you. We are really proud that you're here. So, you were born in New Jersey, half Philippine, half American, living in Japan. So, working right now in the MBA in York Knicks. You are PT, AT, sports science. So, tell us how is working in professional basketball league.
It's a blessing that I always I'm grateful for every day. Opportunities that I've been getting throughout my journey as an athletic trainer, as a physical therapist, and as a strength coach have been very interesting. They haven't been the most direct. A lot of people would think that you have to go to school one way and then get experience one way and then find yourself this dream job that you would have. But some of us have a different direction. It makes it a little bit more colorful. And at the same time, it makes us more open to the many different things that our life brings to us. Being where I am now is a manifestation of that journey, and I am very fortunate to be able to currently live my dream on a daily basis.
And how do you get that journey to the basketball profession?
It's funny because I was 18 when I first dreamed of being in professional sports, and the vision I had in my head was having me be standing in an arena, and I didn't know what kind of arena and where that was going to be, but surrounded by 20,000+ people, smelling the cologne of the coaches in front of me, and the concession stands of hot dogs for some strange reason, as well as the feeling of wind in my hair from the air conditioning, and the buzz of the crowd. These are things that when I was 18, I was meditating and I visualized this, and I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to get there. I've been through many experiences, and even when I found myself in Major League Baseball, as I stayed there for 8 years, with even bigger crowds of 40,000 people, with airplanes flying above my head, it was such an interesting time in my life. But for some strange reason, I felt like it wasn't fulfilled yet. I think that vision I had in my head was still not there. So ironically, it was a fortunate day on my birthday in 2014, where after about 2 years of traveling, starting in my own company and speaking around the world, that I found myself waking up one morning on my birthday, giving gratitude to the universe and to God for everything that I'm experiencing. Yet I asked for one thing and one thing only, and that thing was maybe a situation or an opportunity to be in professional basketball, because this was still something that was not fulfilled when I was 18. So ironically enough, that day, instead of asking for more things, I gave back. So I was in Prague, and I basically gave 300 hugs that day. I said, instead of having a big party, spending it, and asking people for something, I said, hey, why don't I just give it back to the people? People want love, want contact, want something that is making them feel good. And so me and two of my friends, we wrote signs. We stood in the middle of Prague, put a GoPro in my head, and we gave hugs, 300 of them within 3 hours. And it was finished with a sunset and a nice chat with, oddly enough, an American guy that said, you're doing a really good thing here. And it made me feel really good because I didn't really mean for it to really affect people so much. And ironically, a few days after that, I started getting emails and phone calls from teams in the NBA. It was really the most ironic thing. And people asked me, did you send your CV out? Did you talk to people or make contacts? I go, I made contacts when I made contacts, but I was ready for anything that would happen. And for the next 3 weeks after that, I started getting phone calls and I started getting emails. And I said, wow, sometimes you just have to ask the universe for what you really want. And if you're ready for when that occurs, it actually occurs.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
So, you are right now in this position. So what is the main advice that you say to our students?
I think be focused on what you really want. A lot of times there's so much static, so much, confusion. And you are dreaming of something because of the wrong reasons. I think a lot of times students will think of the glamour. Students will think of what it will make them feel and how good they will feel, not realizing that you actually have to put the work in. You have to study. You have to have a purpose and know what you really want, and allow that to happen. A lot of times we push, and when we push, it doesn't occur. But the moment we let go, and the moment we step back and say, this is what I want in the bigger aspect, and this is why I want it, and even bigger aspect, why I want it more. And for me, it was to inspire more Filipinos out there to say it's possible to come from the Philippines and be able to have this position. This is a dream that every Filipino wants, and for me, it was a dream come true for them, not even for me.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming. I appreciate your
pleasure. My pleasure.
Your ideas and advice for our students. So good to have you here.
Oh, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.